Hello, all my clients and past clients. Marcus Davis here, and I'm so excited to be here today to tell you about my new online show called Let's Get Back to Marketing. This is going to be a business and marketing show with two primary functions. The first primary function is going to be to educate the audience about new current digital marketing practices, software technologies, news, things of that nature. The second purpose of the show is going to be to promote my sponsors and as well as the advertisers who help support the show. So this video here is basically a promo to explain the show, to explain what will be the segments of the show, and to let you know why you should become an advertiser or a sponsor of the show. So, again, as we said, the show is going to be called Let's Get Back to Marketing. And we have these different segments. It's an hour-long show and going to have multiple different segments. The key part of the show will be a business interview. We're going to interview a business owner, a successful business owner, and we're going to discuss what's their biggest marketing challenge, as well as what's their most successful marketing system. So what we want to do with this segment is we want to educate our audience on both. We want to let our audience know what's working, because our audience for this show is going to be, let's talk about that also, is going to be business owners, and it's going to be primarily independent business owners. So realtors, lawyers, accountants, even people who own grocery stores, barbershops, any type of a business owner. This is the show for them because it teaches you ways that you can use social media, technology, and different things to leverage that to make money for your business. So again, that segment where we interview the business owner is going to be called Lessons from a Successful Business. So we're going to find out what's working the most for them, and then we're going to find out what's not working for them, and we're going to give them some consulting on the spot on things they could do strategy-wise, software-wise, or whatnot that would help the thing that isn't working for them. So that's Lessons from a Successful Business. We have another segment called The Marketing Behind Movements. This segment was actually an idea given to me by my mentor. And what this section is going to do is it's going to highlight historical movements and the methods of these historical movements. And not only movements, but also products or services. So for example, movements, think of social movements. So let's say the civil rights movement, or more current, the Me Too movement, or any large movement that involved a large group of people. This would be something we would talk about in this segment, but we would only talk about it from the angle of the marketing that was involved to make it become, something that everyone knew about, or something that reached their base well enough to get enough support to actually make it a movement. We want to know what tactics did they use? Did they use technology to help out? Those are the type of things we will be looking at in that segment. We have another segment that's for our audience. This segment is going to be called What's Your Number One Marketing Challenge? In this segment, we're going to take live questions from the audience and about their business. So just like we talked to the business owner about what's not working for them, this segment is for the audience. And we're going to talk about what's not working for you right now, what issue are you having right now, and we're going to talk about things you could do to fix that right now. Whether that is a strategy change, whether that's using a different type of software, whatever that could be, whether it's actually having to hire some help. Whatever you need to do to fix that issue, we would talk about that for the audience in that What's Your Number One Marketing Challenge segment. The last important segment, along with the Lessons from a Successful Business, where we interview the client, is what we call the social media mastery segment. And this, along with the lessons from a successful business, they're going to be the two longest segments of the show. Right now, they're scheduled to be about 15 minutes. So this social media mastery section, this is where the business owners will actually learn specific things that will benefit them on the different social media platforms, as well as Google and doing online strategies, as well as emailing and other techniques, traditional and more modern techniques when it comes to marketing. So that section is called Social Media Mastery, but it will include other things, other topics, as well as mastering email and other marketing campaigns and avenues. Turn it around. Turn it around is a segment that I'm excited about. It's going to be a short segment where we highlight people and or businesses who have turned it around. And what we mean by turn it around is when we're talking about a person, the person had something go on in their life. For example, they had to go to prison for something they did in the past, or they grew up with a disability, or maybe they grew up in poverty, or had some type of traumatic thing happen to them in their life. Something happened where they had to overcome this thing, and now they're successful in life, whether it's in business or within the community, helping people make their lives better in some type of way. So that would be the type of person we would feature in our Turn It Around section. As far as the businesses would be businesses who, for whatever reason, went to the brink of collapse. Things weren't going right. A lot of things have changed and are quickly changing in this digital age. So we see a lot of times businesses closing, even businesses that have been around for many, many years. So when it comes to businesses, we talk about a business who almost faded out because of technologies and new things going on, but they did something to turn it around. And now they're successful, and now they're one of the top companies again. So that's the Turn It Around segment that's going to deal with the businesses or people who have turned it around. I want to talk for a moment about the advertisers and the sponsors. So what is the difference? Huge difference. So advertisers, they will basically have their commercials run during the show. So 30 seconds is the first level of advertising, where we're charging $100 per month. You'll get 30 seconds of commercials per show, which will be once per week. So that's the first level. The second level is 60 seconds of your commercials playing per show per week. For that level, we are doing $200 per month. So those are the two levels for advertisers that we have at this time. One, 30 seconds per show per week at $100, and 60 seconds per show per week, and that's $200. And now on to the sponsors. The sponsors I'm really excited about, because the sponsors will be the ones who will be basically helping the show be produced and kept going on a high level. So as you can see here, the Parkway Law sign. Parkway Law is our first sponsor that is already on board. And we're actually here at the Parkway Law offices, and this is the actual set of the show. This is where we will be shooting the show, where we will be doing the interviews for the show every week. So glad to have him on board as we discuss what you could get as a sponsor. So the first thing is the 1 minute advertising per show per week. So the same thing as the highest level of advertising, that's included in the first of two packages for the sponsors. First sponsor level is $350. So you get the $200 worth of advertising that the advertiser gets. You also get the icon on the bottom of the screen. So at the bottom of the screen, we're going to have graphics, just like when you watch the news or just like when you watch ESPN. At the bottom of those graphics, we're going to have a section for sponsors. It will say sponsored by, and then we'll have 4 to 5 icons as we're looking for 4 to 5 sponsors to fill that section. And that is including Parkway Law as one. So we're looking for 3 or 4, actually more sponsors. You also get exclusivity. What we mean by exclusivity is when it comes to our sponsors, there will only be one professional per industry. The advertisers, we could have, for example, 50 advertisers who are real estate agents. But if a real estate agent is a sponsor, there can only be one sponsor who's a real estate agent. And the benefit of that is our sponsors will get all recommendations from the show. So if someone calls me or calls us and wants a referral for a realtor because they saw us discussing the real estate business on the show, or they saw us interviewing a realtor, well, we're going to recommend our sponsor, not an advertiser. So huge distinction between a sponsor and an advertiser is that exclusivity. For example, Parkway Law, he's an attorney, he's a law group with law offices. So now we cannot have any other sponsors who are lawyers, and in particular lawyers in the same industry as Parkway Law. And that's what you get on that level of sponsorship for $350. We have one more level of sponsorship for $450 a month. Everything that I just discussed in the first level is included, and then you get 2 more things. You get up to 30 minutes live. Up to 30 minutes, not live. It can be live if you would like it to, but for us to shoot a portion of a show for you per month. So that's ideally 2 15-minute settings where twice a month you would come to the set once, each one of those times for 15 minutes. And you could do whatever you have ready. You could go live on your channel to discuss your products and services. You could promote whatever offers you have going on at the time and whatever you want to use that time for. And we'd have the equipment and everything needed already in place for you to just be able to do that very easily. And the other thing that you get is for this $450 level of sponsorship, along with the 30 minutes a month of live, you get commercials shared to our network. So we already have a nice size network or following online. I have over 20,000, probably over 30,000 followers on Twitter. We have combined from my personal pages and company pages and people who are on my team's pages, we have over 20,000 followers on Facebook also. LinkedIn, I have 18,000 connections. And Instagram, our Instagram account is just starting. It's very new. So on this second level of sponsorship, you'll be able to have your commercials that are shared on the show also shared throughout our network. And as advertisers, we have all type of posting software that would allow us to post your commercials through all of our different channels on a regular basis during the duration of your sponsorship. Which brings us to the last topic, which is the duration. These advertisers and sponsorships, we're looking for a 3-month agreement. So whether you're an advertiser paying the $100 or $200 package or a sponsor with the $350 or $400 package, we're looking for an at least 3-month agreement so we can know that you're going to be around that long, and we can plan things accordingly and just be better for everyone involved so we can cater things to each other. Oh, one more thing that I left out that the sponsors are going to get is they can have input on the show. So at the highest level, the $450 a month, we would actually do a 5 to 7 minute segment on something that was your idea. It could be something dealing with your company or something dealing with your industry, and that segment would be sponsored by you and could even have your people or yourself in that segment. And that segment would be once a month. So there you have it. We've discussed the show, we've discussed what you get, as an advertiser or a sponsor. And I look forward to hearing from you all soon with your interest in being one or the other. Of course, all these prices are negotiable. These prices are going to be targeted to my clients and past clients. So the longer you've been a client, the better chance you have at getting a discount on one of these prices or negotiating the price down lower. So give me a call soon. You have my number, 636-9319 is the company number. And if you have my cell phone, give me a call on my cell. Let me know what package works for you. Thanks. And also, we're going to need interviewees on the show. So if you're interested in not being an advertiser or sponsor, but you've been sent this video, then you are a prime candidate to be an interviewer on the show also. I mean, an interviewee. And we'd love to have you on. Thanks. Talk to you soon. Have a great day.